Okay, so we're going to talk more about the periodic table. So this is an example I've used before. It has a lot of information on it. Same thing with the squares on the periodic table. They contain a lot of information and we'll always have one to use on tests and quizzes, so don't worry. So what can we find on the periodic table? So these are all the things that can help you, and we use this all the time. So you never have to memorize this stuff. It's going to be on your periodic table. This is the atomic number, and that's the number of protons. Here's the electrons in each energy level. We have 2 in the 1 here in shell 1, 8 in shell 2, and 1 in shell 3. So some periodic tables have this on there. We have the symbol, and we have the name, and then we have that weighted average of the mass. So you'll always have a periodic table. You never have to memorize any of this. You can always find it, and we'll always give you one for your tests. So sometimes some periodic tables have different colors, and we're going to learn the group names now. So the first group on the periodic table is called the alkali metals. They're super reactive. They want to give away electrons. Group 2 are also reactive. They're called the alkaline earth metals, and they will give away 2 electrons. And then group 7, those are those ones I showed you before, the halogens. They're very reactive, and they want to get 1 electron. They were going to rip off an electron from anybody they can find. So these are things we need to know: alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, and halogens. So these are the alkali metals. They're these gold guys. Alkaline are the yellow ones, and then halogens are here in group 7A. So we're going to be able to use the squares on the periodic table to help us. So how are we classifying on the periodic table based on electron configurations that we talked about earlier? So elements can be sorted into these different names based on their electron configurations. So helium is a noble gas, so let me show you where that is on the periodic table soon. And noble gases all have this going on. They have their shell is totally filled. Their outer shell is totally filled. So S's can only hold 2. In the period 2, we have S's and P's, so 8 total. Here's 8 total, 8 total. That's really important. It's called the octet. So noble gases are all filled up with electrons, so they do not want to react. They stay as gases, and they don't react with anybody else. Elements in 1 through 7 are called representative elements because they have a wide range of physical and chemical properties. And the S's and P's are not quite filled yet, so that makes them reactive. The group number equals the number of electrons in the highest occupied energy level, and that's called the valence. So lithium, group 1, has 1 in its outer shell, sodium 1 in its outer shell, 1 electron, potassium 1 in its outer shell. So this is group 1, has 1 electron in its outer shell. Group 4 has 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2. So that tells you there's 4 electrons in the valence, the outer highest occupied energy level. So these are showing you the representative elements. This is 1 has 1 electron in its outer shell, 2 has 2 in its valence, 3 has 3 in its valence, 4A has 4, 5 has 5, 6, 7. These are telling you the outermost electrons in that shell. Very important that we know that. What else do I want to tell you? So transition metals are another part of the periodic table, and they're based on their electron configuration. Transition metals are filling the D sublevel, and inner transitions are filling up the F sublevel when we do the electron configurations. So this block symbolism is really important. These guys are filling their electrons in the S. These guys are filling their electrons in the P. When you're done with the configuration, you should end up with the particular letter and number you see here. So if you do your configurations right and you look at this chart, you'll be able to see if you did your configurations right. So elements that are in this level are filling in their D electrons, and elements are radioactive down here, and they're filling in their F orbitals. So this block system is important, so pay attention to that. Let me see if I want to tell you anything else. I think I'll leave that there, and let's try our quiz. Which of the following is not included in a periodic table? So what have we noticed on the periodic table? There's a lot of numbers, right? So what did we not see? So color's not on there. It doesn't tell you the color of the element. You'd have to find that somewhere else. Okay, question 2. Alkali metals, they're in group 1. So what do you think about their configuration, their electron configuration? So which one did we say? So we're filling in one electron in the S orbital shape. So alkali metals, group 1, they're going to have one electron in their outermost shell. Last one, which of the following is not correctly labeled? Which of the following, is incorrectly labeled? So I showed you neon earlier, that's a noble gas. Chlorine's a halogen, so which of the other ones is not right? So gallium is not a transition metal. So I hope you got something new out of this talk we had, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.